welcome. SoaringHammer.com, 405th.com, 405th Insider. Check it out on YouTube. All my YouTube fans, please subscribe and let's see where we go from there. I wanted to show everybody the last part. The two parts that I want to complete is one is the strapping of the thigh. Turn this light on for a second. Look at that. There we go. The thigh is now fastened with a washer and Chicago screw on the outside, so it doesn't pull through the plastic ever or put too much stress on a little area versus a bigger area. That's why washers are important for plastic and flex foam. Same thing on the back side here. You'll see the washer other than the Chicago screw, and so it doesn't pull through the fabric as well, because the fabric once it's a nylon strap, 1-inch nylon strap, and you put pressure on it, eventually it will pull through. Okay. What I do to strengthen it there is, you can see I take my end, then I fold it over on itself, and then like so, and then I put the hole through it, because that reinforces it twice as much versus just that one time. And wow, I got a lot of paint on my hands. Anyway, still, hey, my hands aren't dirty, I'm not working, right? Still, thighs are done. That was one of the last pieces, and sad to say, turn this light off here, is if you go up here, I was going to use this helmet, which is my actual War Machine helmet, based off of J-Jack's Iron Man helmet. Okay, and of course, you know, that's where the Mark V had come into play. That's a suitcase version right there. Eyes light up as well. And then we got that one there, which is also that same exact helmet, but converted into War Machine. So this is supposed to be my Mark II. Let's do this here. This was supposed to be my Mark II. It was all brushed with a metal look, but that fell through because, fortunately, the War Machine had to cast very thick in order to do all my detail work into it. So I repainted the, turn this light on, I repainted the Mark II to be the War Machine helmet, based off the comic book style War Machine versus which is the Iron Man helmet, versus the converted helmet for the movie and other comics as well. Talk about a few things. A 3-piece helmet. 1 piece goes around the back, 2 piece, and then the faceplate's 3. I don't have it. This helmet fits me so well that I have a hard time with the hinges. Now, Stealth had given me some good tips. So if you all want to talk about hinges, you need to contact Stealth. Give me some really good tips on actually doing hinges for tighter areas. So for now, what I did is I just ran some hot glue along the inside of my helmet and put the faceplate permanently attached until I see vents over. I can pull it back apart and play with it some more. Now, this is what I want to show you all, these eyes, because I don't like the illumination eyes where it's 3/4 and you look out a tiny little slot. Visibility is limited to begin with, so for now, until I get the other method where it's somebody took like a certain type of sunglass lens and then put the LEDs in behind that with a little bit of cardstock, so the light don't come back in but shines down through the lens only. So, and apparently you can see out the entire eye hole rather than just a quarter of it. So what we did here is to give it a nice little look. I actually took welding visor, replacement visors. They're a greenish black, and then I put a coat, or put a layer. I cut the exact same size of screen, silver screen, and put it over top of the lens, and then fasten it, or put a hot glue around the edges to mesh the two together. Of course, a little bit bigger than the actual eye hole, and then put it in place and continue to put a little bit of hot glue around the edges to prevent any pricklies. This is my favorite marking for the entire helmet. It's a little battle scar here. I actually like that. But it gives a nice effect for those of you who want to do something like that. Now, cover the inside of this helmet here. I do my standard all black inside. As you can see, there's the visors. I have the you can see the edges have hot glue on them, and that's also the screen and also to hold them in place. It looks a little bit yucky here because I have all this hot glue going around the inside of my faceplate to hold it in place for me temporarily. I used hot glue because I could heat it up and pop it back out, you know. The way I mount my head is I used these little L brackets here. You see I slush cast a little plastic over top of them, but that's a little L bracket there and a little L bracket there. Okay, and then that is of course what it looks like, little L bracket sticking out. Okay, slush cast in. That little spot right there, that's an earth magnet. I dremeled in a little bit, placed it flush. Earth magnet in the back, earth magnet on this side. So there are actually these two I didn't even use. I ended up switching locations from there down to here. So don't worry about that. Put in your L bracket, and then your center one in the back. Okay, like so. And then what I did on the other end is I took a tiny little wrench that I had gotten from one of the beds we'd bought to put the bed together. It's a weird looking tiny little wrench, and I bent it to the shape I wanted to contour with the helmet, the rest of the helmet, and it lines up centered with that earth magnet. Excuse me. Then I put some plastic in there to hold it in place. Then down here I built up because I had to build outward. I think I have 2 earth magnets here with hot glue. I put one. Okay, you know, I drilled in the hole. Put super glue in the first one so it's strong and it's in the plastic with super glue. Then the second earth magnet I just put on top, and then I ran a little bit of hot glue on the edges to hold the two together even stronger. Same thing with this side here. You can see obviously I was trying to do a little bit of a hinge method here, which failed. And on top of the faceplate we had a hinge portion here and here which failed. So I've been trying a bunch of different methods as far as hinges go, but I think Stealth might be onto something. So it's very, very simple in how this works. Let me see if I can do this here. Forgive me, I'm one-handed. I popped the jaw line down there and down there, these 2 L brackets, in place. Pow. Okay. Then I rotate the top up into place. So, pivot here, lock in there. Then when it's on, it's actually strong enough to hold it in place. Alright, so your earth magnets are pretty powerful. They come in different sizes and different strengths. Just get the like 20 pound or something like that. I don't know, the crazy amount of strength behind it to hold it in place better. And the way I got to put this on, and you'll probably see it later on, is I put this back piece on first behind my neck and over my ears, and then pop the whole helmet into place over top of this. And my ears get pinched a little bit once in a while here. So anyway, this is Ithaca from aka Dave from SoaringHammer.com, 405th.com. Check out. Also, I'm also part of the Noble team, and also check out 405th Insider. And remember, if we can do it, so can you.